everyone. How are you guys doing? So, there's a multitude of different things I do for my skincare. I don't feel like I have the best skin in the world, but I'm almost 40. I don't generally wear any makeup, and honestly, I would love to wear makeup. I can't do it. And I'm not gonna say I can't do it. I have tried. I feel like I don't have the mental to do it. So, one, it's a process, right? I don't have the mental capacity to even like figure out all the steps. So like you gotta do the foundation and your primer, and then you gotta do blush and eyeshadow, and the thought of putting on makeup for me, it overstimulates me. I have a hard time keeping up with oils for my skin, these scrubs for my skin, the soaps for my skin. Like it's just a lot. Like I am heavy on my skincare, my health care, and my hair care, and that alone be stressing me out. So it's like to add more bottles, I don't know if I can mentally deal with putting on makeup. Like, especially not right now in my life. Maybe if I had like a softer life, I think maybe, down the line, it will become a thing for me to be able to do, because I love when women faces be beat, especially when they have that soft, natural glam look. Y'all ladies be killing it, be looking good. I can't do it. And then I have tried to trust people to put my makeup on, and they be out here having me looking like a corpse. And I paid to look crazy, and I'm like, I could have just worn my regular skin. Yeah, nope, not doing that no more. My sister's the only person that ever like had a makeup artist come, and like I still to this day look back at my sister's wedding, and because my sister's bomb, like she had the bomb makeup artist. That lady had me on soft glam looking like just a flawless beauty. Okay, after that, and that was the Asian lady that did our makeup. She did that. Sorry to anyone else that has done my makeup. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend you. I didn't like it. But y'all, I came on here because I be heavy on this shea butter. So I haven't put any shea butter on today. So I was going to show y'all, like, this is how my skin looks. A little crust over here, But I love shea butter. I love shea butter. I do not like shea butter at nighttime though, because it will stain up your sheets. But y'all, I be heavy on the shea butter. I also generally clean my skin with rubbing alcohol. People think that's crazy, but I'm just being honest. And when my skin, so then you say, I don't like this shea butter because it doesn't give an overly oily look. You understand? It's not superly oily. It's oily, but it's not horrible. And so I like that. And then it just kind of goes into your skin. I feel like it melts. That's why it's like a butter. It melts into your skin. And then it also helps, y'all. I'm going to read. It tells you right on here. It says, treatment of dry skin, eczema, and minor burns. Pain relief from swelling and arthritis. Improves muscle relaxation and stiffness. Now let me explain this to y'all. There's times I look at my face and it's super puffy from like not drinking enough water, not cleaning out my body, throughout the week, throughout the days. And so my face will kind of like puff up, have like that inflammation. This is what I'm saying. The shea butter is going to also help relax your face as well. So that helps your skin, your bones. Like it just, it's shea butter is the bomb. 4, sunburn. Oh, I'm sorry. Sunscreen. It's a form of a sunscreen, okay? Due to its rich contents of vitamin E and F. Now, mind y'all, I didn't know that one. I didn't know that shea butter was a form of a sunscreen. And then treats dark spots, skin discoloration, stretch marks, wrinkles, and blemishes. Now, as my tummy gets flatter, we're going to start using this. And I'm not going to lie, I don't use it on my stomach. So I did, because I all the time, I never paid attention that it is a sunscreen, and it could be on my stretch marks, which makes sense because it's some form of discoloration. And then massage, can use it for the massaging, diaper rashes, and as a hair conditioner. And do I use shea butter as a hair conditioner? I do. I do. I love shea butter. If you're ever wondering what I put on my skin, what I put on my face, I do shea butter. I think it's called Aquaphor. I might have said it wrong. I think I said it right this time though. Aquaphor, and I use a liquid face discoloration, like for spots and stuff. Palmer's cocoa butter drops. I use those too. I do not use everything every day. The most I might use every day on the regular is rubbing alcohol and the shea butter. Those are probably like my go-to everyday things. And I try to use the Aquaphor, like for instance, for certain spots in my face. So like for a while I had like a lot of darkening around this part of my skin. You could see here, I have like a little dark patch here. And then for a while, if you go through my videos, I've had a dark patch up here, which is slowly fading. So you don't see it as visible as like last week. If you were to go look at my videos, you would see this little area will be a little bit more darker. And so I just noticed like consistency of using the same products, the same stuff. And then I have a Sephora. I think it's a Sephora. If y'all want to hold, I might can grab it real quick. Yes, I'm so sorry. I took a little TV commercial break. Okay, where is this from? Yes, Sephora. So I also use this occasionally. This was a gift. I didn't buy this because see, Sephora, and I think it's called Ultra Blue. I don't be up in there. Because I'm gonna spend money and I don't want to spend it in there. So I don't go in there. But this was a gift from a beautiful lady that she stand on that on Sephora. She worked for them corporate, climbed that ladder and got to the top, and she just has a bunch of stuff from when she used to work there. And so she gave out gifts to all the ladies one night when we had a ladies night. Really nice lady. And so I do use this now, and I do have to admit I do feel like this works really good. I don't know how much it costs because I didn't buy it, but yeah, I just wanted to share that because I've had a few people like, you have nice skin, and thank you, because I don't think so. So, you know, sometimes we're harder on ourselves than we should be. So I thank everybody that has complimented my skin. I appreciate it. I try to share as many videos about my skin as possible because when I tell y'all I be struggling with these dark spots behind closed doors and this crust, okay? My skin be dry. And most people be like, well, that's because you're using the rubbing alcohol on your skin. Well, before I was using the rubbing alcohol, it was still dry. What I noticed about using rubbing alcohol on my skin versus trying to exfoliate my skin with soaps is I feel like the rubbing alcohol actually is getting not just the dirt off my skin, it's also getting the dead skin, because I feel like that's a lot of people problems when it comes to their skin. They're not actually removing the dead skin, so it's like layers and layers and layers of dead skin on their faces on top of the dark spots that come from just our environment. Because I'll never understand why one moment I don't have nothing on my face and then the next moment I have like 3 dark spots. I don't know. And so, but I do feel like I have to stand on it, even though everyone probably will laugh at me for it and don't agree. Rubbing alcohol for my skin, it works and it does dry my skin out, but it also helps me to identify, once I clean my skin, the dry patches that I go back in, and I use a razor on my skin. I literally clean my skin with a razor to scrape all the dead skin off. So you know those little those sprays that's out here now that is white, it whitens your whole face, and you're supposed to scrape the white part off, and it's supposed to like clean the skin and the hair off your face. I've been doing that. I just never used the spray, but the razor, I stand on that. Like, you gotta get that dead skin off your face, because sometimes you don't see it, and when you use a razor and you start scraping that skin, you're scraping your face. Like, I'll be scraping up in here, I'll scrape up in here, I scrape all around here, I scrape in between my nose, and I've had this bump for 2 years. You understand? And it has been way bigger than this. It's actually drying out. And I do exfoliate with tea tree oil. So I'll take some tea tree oil, put some water in it, get me like a nice, good, fluffy cotton swab, not a cotton ball, but the thicker little cotton things. And I go to work. And let me tell you, when you exfoliate your skin, if you've ever used like Proactive and stuff like that, your skin gets worse before it gets better. So there's times when my skin looks horrible because it's exfoliating, like all that dead skin is like penetrating out through my pores, like all that, whatever. And so I look extra crazy, and then it'll start to settle down. And then, like I said, I'll clean it, clean that dead skin out, clean all of whatever, whatever's on my face, get it all off. And then I'll see like, oh, start to rejuvenate that fresh skin back. So a lot of things I do, I'm gonna be honest, people do not be believing me. They don't be listening. And I just be like, well, that's what I do. And I do believe some things that are gonna work for me, they not work for you. But if you don't try something, you will never know. And if you don't stay consistent with it, you definitely won't ever know. So that was like the biggest thing for me, like to be able to see like a change in my body, change in my skin, change in my hair. It all came from other people seeing it because I couldn't. And then me going back and like re-examining, like, oh, okay, they were right. And then realizing, like, even though I didn't see it and I wanted to stop doing certain things like exercising or treating my skin how I treat it, I'm not, because now I see the consistency, it paid off, and I got the results. So stay consistent.